Transitional justice is a constantly evolving discipline. It is based on experimental facts and each case requires a singular evaluation. It refers to the ways countries emerging from periods of conflict and repression. For example, human rights violations so numerous and so serious that the normal justice system will not be able to provide an adequate response. Transitional justice recognizes the people's dignity as citizens and as human beings. Transitional justice asks the most difficult question about law and politics by putting victims and their dignity first. It signals the way to make sure ordinary citizens are safe in their own countries. The aims of transitional justice will vary depending on the context, but these features are constant: the recognition of the dignity of individuals. It is only from the 90s that the term transitional justice has been coined and used in the legal field. Starting in 2000, transitional justice begins to be considered a real disciplinary field, which over the years, more recent, also included the criminal law perspective. The doctrine has developed a catalogue of the different experiences. The history of transitional justice is generally divided into three phases. The history of transitional justice is generally divided into three phases. The first phase coincides with the post-war justice with the use of schemes of international law and establishment of the International Military Court of Nuremberg. The second phase coincides with the period in which political scientists defined the third wave of democratization. It begins with the Spanish transition of the 1975 and driven by the events of 1989 and the end of the Cold War. The third phase begins with the 21st century and the related problems to globalization. Transitional justice is not soft justice. It is the attempt to provide the most meaningful justice possible in the political condition at the time. The United Nations should consistently promote the compliance of the transitional justice process and mechanism with international norms and standards. The normative foundation for the work of the United Nations in advancing transitional justice is the Charter of the United Nations, along with four of the pillars of the modern international legal system: international humanitarian rights law, international humanitarian law, international criminal law, and international refugee law.